European lawmakers have pledged the European Union's support for Taiwan's democracy as they wrap up a 3-day trip to the island. The delegation also says that there should be more interaction between the EU and Taiwan. Now, this comes in spite of a warning from Beijing to stop sending the wrong signal to independence forces on the island. Victoria Jen reports.
The European Parliament delegation held a press conference before wrapping up its historic trip to Taiwan. The head of the delegation, Raphael Glucksmann, praised the island's democratic values and deemed Taiwan as a like-minded partner. He also said the delegation would encourage more exchange and cooperation between the EU and Taiwan. He looked forward to more high-level meeting between the two sides in order to maintain peace and stability in the region. Glucksmann's remark was made in defiance of Beijing's opposition, which claimed the island as part of its territory. In fact, he said the best way to avoid military conflict across the strait is for the EU to have more exchanges with Taiwan.
We are really convinced that the more you have interaction between international community and Taiwan, the less dangerous the situation will be in the Strait. It's not a provocation to come to Taiwan. It should be normal.
The delegation has shrugged off the threat from Beijing, saying that the EU would not make any decisions based on China's reaction. The latest visit by the European Parliament members is widely seen as a significant step for the two sides to form closer ties. But some fear that it has further fueled the already strained relations across the strait. Their unprecedented visit is a clear gesture of the EU's commitment to Taiwan. Of course, Taiwan hopes this will help expedite a bilateral investment agreement with the EU based on its resolution passed last month. And by gaining more international support, Taiwan hopes this will help deter China from using force against the island. Victoria Jen, CNA, Taipei.
At the same time, U.S. Republican lawmakers have introduced a bill to increase military aid for Taiwan. The move is certain to upset China. The legislation would see $2 billion handed out annually in grants and loans until 2032, as long as the island meets certain conditions. Now, if approved, Taiwan would find it easier to buy weapons and defense equipment produced in the U.S. But Taiwan has to commit to matching American spending. The U.S. is Taiwan's main supplier of military weapons. While the bill is sponsored only by the Republicans, it adds significant pressure from Congress on Democratic President Joe Biden to solidify ties with Taiwan. It's not clear how Democrats view the bill, but the State Department maintains there is no change in U.S. policy.
Our defense relationship with Taiwan is and has been guided by the Taiwan Relations Act. We will uphold our commitments under that act. We'll continue to support Taiwan's self-defense, and we'll continue to oppose any unilateral actions that seek to change the status quo.